Collapse of the Birmingham car maker MG Rover, which saw thousands of jobs lost at the Longbridge plant, plus tens of thousands more in the local supply chain. Now, one car enthusiast says valuable and historic prototype vehicles have been left neglected outside the old MG Rover factory and is calling for them to be preserved in a museum. Laura May McMullen reports.
The closure of MG Rover back in 2005 was labelled the darkest day in the history of the British car industry. 6,000 people here at Longbridge lost their jobs.
They just sat here out in the middle of nowhere.
Now campaigners say there's another cloud hanging over the company's heritage. Some of the old Rover prototypes are just left sitting on the car park here.
The TCV is sitting there proudly and sadly backed up against the fence. It is an absolute travesty.
YouTuber Tom Cowling has grown up with a passion for vintage MG Rovers. He made the journey from Sheffield to film them and is calling for the prototypes to be protected and put in a museum.
There's only one of them in existence in the whole world, and it's sat there in that car park. And there's been a lot of hard work from the people at Longbridge who used to work there to create those cars. And it's really sad to see that hard work and that history sort of sitting outside, not being appreciated.
Gemma Cartwright was instrumental in campaigning for the workers, including her husband, who was an employee at the time. She also wants these vintage vehicles to be preserved, but is passionate about putting them on display in Longbridge.
They're part of our heritage, and I think, they're not just scrap to us, there's something that's really important, and we should make sure that they are, here for years to come for the children that don't know about Rover in 2005, learn to see what our heritage was and is.
Well, the companies told us they value the history and the legacy of these cars here and say they are in talks with the British Motor Museum down in Gaydon to have them on display there. Campaigners say action needs to be swift before the winter months kick in. They're calling on the company to fly the flag for the area's history. Laura May McMullen, BBC Midlands Today, Longbridge.